And we are rolling. Welcome back to Two Guys One Cup.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right, this is podcast episode 3. Uh, we were talking about, I believe we said decided on what chat because there's so much football going around that we can't keep up. We're yeah, just too much. It's Champions League week, and yeah, it's very exciting.
Quarterfinals are set.
Yeah, and it's crazy, it's crazy that it's getting down to the wire to where mistakes, any mistake you make cost, it can be the game, it can be, it's any mistake is a game changer, at this point at quarterfinals. So
And
yeah,
and last Champions League with this structure. Different structure next season,
yeah, we can,
but that's for another topic.
yeah, we can talk about that after we make a little prediction here, at least for the quarterfinals. Right. So on Tuesday, it is Arsenal Bayern, which is, I would say, I wouldn't call it a classic matchup, but I would say historically Bayern
It's
Munich.
been a
Yeah, historically
an
Bayern.
enjoyable fixture for Bayern in the
Yeah,
past years.
yeah, historically Bayern Munich have just stampede all. They've walked all over Arsenal. So this time around though, I don't I don't think it's gonna be as a big of a margin as it's been in the past few meetings, because it's different now, right? It's really really different now, and uh, uh, yeah, Bayern Munich aren't really having the best time so far right now. So
But then again, they can have the motivation that this is the only thing they have left to actually fight for. But the reality is, it seems like Arsenal could take advantage of the bad moments that Bayern's having. So
right, they can't, but let's be real though. Arsenal, they aren't the most they are the most consistent team as of now, but they do tend to blunder, a lot. They have a chess reference there. But and I do not play chess. That's the only word I know. That and what do you think when what do you say when you win? Checkmate. Yeah, those are the only two things that I know. Anyways,
clearly, Bert doesn't play chess.
r- r-
So
right, right. Yeah, I'm more of a Chinese checkers kind of guy. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. I really hope Bayern Munich win, because, to be honest, I don't want Arsenal to win. Just kind of ego. I don't want Arsenal to win. But who knows? Maybe they do win. They go all the way to the final and they make history for their club. Who knows? I hope not. But yeah. And actually, you know what? If they do, I can rub it in your face. I
I'm
can
gonna
rub it
hate
all
that
over your
day
face.
so much. I'm
Because
gonna hate it
because of now,
so
as it
much.
stands, as of now, Chelsea are the only team in London to have a Champions League. Two,
Chill,
might that add
chill
two.
out.
Two, might I add two.
You're a mid-table team right now, so chill out.
Okay,
Chill out.
Mr. Trophyless. Okay, Mr.
Oh
Trophyless.
my god.
Go clean the cobwebs off your
Here
off
we
your
go.
little coffee
Here we
mug
go. Here
stand.
we go.
Yeah. Anyways, next fixture is Real Madrid versus Manchester City, which is another one. I think it's a game. Yeah, Madrid should win. This is me speaking of the weekend's game, where it didn't go too well for Man City. But I would say uh, Real Madrid have this, Champions League kind of buff, to where they can get away with a lot of things, kind of like the New England Patriots had back in the day with Tom Brady in the
we're,
playoffs.
we're
I
crossing
know, I know,
sports
I
now. We're
know, I
crossing
know, but
sports now.
I know. It's just that that's how it was. It's like
Yeah,
it's like Mahomes, the Chiefs right now in the playoffs, they're unstoppable apparently. But it is what it is. But yeah, back to the real sport, the real man sport here.
the real football.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
yes,
I see Madrid taking it as well. And it's not because of, City doesn't have, the talent too.
right,
But it's been a very shaky City. It hasn't been the same City we've been
right.
watching
That
past season.
consistent, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
there's a lot of ups and downs, and
right,
they've just been lucky that the teams that they've been low and still taking the points, they haven't taken advantage of those moments.
right,
Um, but yeah, I agree with you. I see Madrid taking this. There's a lot of speed both ways,
right.
so
Yes,
it should make a great match. It should, hopefully.
yeah. Um, Wednesday, the next game, so the next two games is Atletico de Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund,
That's
and
that's
PSG
gonna
versus
be
Barcelona.
good. The
Yeah, that
Atletico Borussia,
yeah, it's gonna be good because they are both very aggressive teams,
yeah, and then you
right?
have Borussia just beating Bayern, so they
Right,
have that momentum.
right.
Maybe they can bring it to that game, and it could just
Yeah,
But then again, you have Atletico that you just beat Villarreal,
right. Yeah.
so
See, but I think
I get
the
it.
size of the
Different,
team
I
is
get it. But the
so
fact that you're
different.
coming from a win, though,
But I
you
would
know,
say a win in Germany is not the same as a league as a win in Spain.
understandable. It's just momentums. That's all I'm speaking. I
Yeah,
get it.
I don't know.
Different.
I think Borussia are gonna walk away with it. Honestly,
Borussia.
100%. I think they're gonna win the game, right? And when I say win the game, I mean win the series, right? Win both legs, home and away.
Yeah,
Same thing with
the Madrid City.
yeah, the Madrid City. It's going to be Madrid. It doesn't matter if City win the first game or vice versa, right? But overall, Madrid's going to take the win. Bayern Munich, I hope they take the win overall, both home
Please,
and away.
please, please.
Right. Uh, PSG Barcelona, I kid you not, I think that's probably going to be one of the most boring games of the fixture. That is because one, Mbappe is leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him play when I was over there, and to be honest, the man is lightning fast. He he's a good player. I saw him when he was still at Monaco, so he was like fresh, young player on the field, and he was really good. Um, People were comparing him with Thierry Henry, which was a very very good comparison. I think those are really high accolades that that one
And
should aspire to be.
and we've seen that there's
Like
moments when
glimpse,
he
yeah.
actually is on. He can put the team on his back.
Yeah, well, right. He
You know.
won. He won the World Cup. What was it? 19, 20 years old, something like that. 18 years
Yeah.
old, 19 years old, something like that. So yeah. So for sure he can. He can put the team on his back.
Yeah.
It just depends on the players around him as well.
With
But
Barcelona, I just see a lot of problems that they haven't fixed within their structure of playing.
I would say yeah, because financially they cannot do anything. They
Yeah.
are in a really really tough spot. Um, I know they are trying to work, their way out of the hole that the previous president dug them in there. But I don't know. I hope that they eventually go back to their roots, which is academy players only, because I think that was the best formula that worked for them. That is what generated them so much money as well. So I hope that they go back to that formula eventually once they have settled all their problems. But yeah, this PSG Barcelona game is going to be very very, I would say, boring. Uh, one of the reasons why I say that is because since Mbappe is rumored to leave to Madrid, and he's not re-signing an extension on his current contract with PSG, I think that and I know you don't watch Liga a lot, but uh, it has shown that they are kind of proving a point with him by taking him out 65th minute, 60th minute, 70th minute when he's a game changer. He's
Yeah.
literal a game changer. And they've actually questioned Luis Enrique and asked him why he's doing that. And his answers vary, but most of his answers are like, "Oh,
You got to learn how to play without him.
yeah, we're getting used to a structure and a system of play without him," which I get. In a way, I get it, right?
Yeah.
I understand it, but at the same time, it's like you're being too petty about it. You know what I mean? I
I
understand.
don't see it as that. Like, because even I don't watch it much, but I have been following at least that
The,
aspect of it.
yeah, the drama.
Yeah, and I get it. I don't like the way he approaches it,
Right.
but I don't think it's pettiness. I just think it's the reality. I'm not gonna have you next season. I need to figure it out.
Right. But
You
see,
know
but you know why I don't believe that lie of his,
why?
and that is because they and especially teams like PSG, teams like Man City, that have billions and billions in their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that they can literally buy anybody else, and the team will work. Right? It doesn't matter who you bring in, the team will work. The only difference is that don't hold on. The only difference is that this season, right? The current players that they have in PSG are probably some of the worst players they've had in the last 8 to 10 years. And I say that because the style of play that they're playing now is flawed compared to what they did before. They had older players before and they played a lot faster. They played a lot better than what they did now. And this was before Mbappe.
Yeah. So what I was gonna try to go with that is the fact that even though you say that the team will still function
Yeah, 100%.
regardless, um, I get it. They'll probably win the league, the cup,
Yeah,
etc.,
whatever. Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, even though it's gained a lot of popularity because of these big names that have come and go
Right.
and all that, the reality is they nobody really takes them as serious because they still haven't won the Champions League, even with all that talent.
Well,
You know,
to be
so I think I think that the whole point of PSG at this juncture is they want to win a Champions League.
right.
You know, and until then, I think they'll finally be considered a little more serious. Like it's a great team. Don't get
Well,
me wrong. It's just you they're not in the status of Madrid. They're not in the status of Bayern. You know, so
but you can say that about any team. You can look, and I'll give you. Okay, well, before I give you an example of what you were saying, PSG aren't. They weren't even the biggest team. They aren't even the biggest team in France. Only reason that they are big now, at least in the last 10 years, right, in the last decade, is because
yeah,
of the money that's been getting injected
absolutely.
into it. Before that, Lyon was 7-time league winner. They haven't won a Champions League, right? They had Juninho Benarbucan. They had Karim Benzema, in his prime,
Yeah,
right, when he was 17, 18 years old. And yes, they won the league 7 times in a row. They broke that. They I think they still hold that league title because Montpellier won the league. I think Lille won the league, and in between that, PSG won the league, respectively. But yeah, I don't think winning the Champions League makes you a big team in general, right? I don't think it makes you like, oh, it puts the name on the board for sure, but it doesn't make them, I would say, a big team. I would say, no, I take that back. I take that back. Winning the Champions League does make them a big team, and you know why? So with that, I say, with confidence, I say, Tottenham Arsenal, they're a small team because they haven't won the Champions League. You are right. You are correct. I sit corrected right here. You are correct. Small team. You are right. Yes. And what's worse for even for Tottenham, they can't. They haven't won. They don't even have a
chill
Premier League.
out.
What do they have? An Audi Cup? Oh wow. But I digress to
You'll
that.
never sing that.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah. But back to the whole Mbappe thing. I think it is petty the way they are going about it.
Yeah.
Because holding talks with the French president and the president of the team and trying to convince them, dude, I get it. You're rich, but come on, man. Yeah, now, like, I don't know. I think it's dumb. Like, let him go. Clearly, with the staff, and by staff I mean the players, right? The team you have, you're not gonna win the Champions League. You're just not gonna win the Champions League.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Do you think it was Mbappe's fault that he hasn't joined Madrid before?
Yeah, for sure. I would say his that whole debacle, holding out or whatever. You can tell that he was trying to get more money, and he got what he wanted. Right? He got more money. he got like some sort of like position where he can decide, certain things, which I think is the dumbest thing you can do.
That was too much.
I think that
That
was the
was
dumbest
way
thing you
too
can do.
much. No player should have that kind of power.
Exactly. I think that was so dumb. I don't know. I think bringing in Neymar and Messi was also a mistake. I think you could have had the same result bringing in players who can actually contribute. Not to say that Messi and Neymar didn't contribute, but you brought them in because you wanted to win the Champions League, and you couldn't do it with them. You couldn't do it without them. You couldn't do it with them, and they had a better chance without them. So again, they had lesser players, I would say, right? In form of names, right? Because they had Lavezzi, they had Di Maria, they had
Zlatan.
Zlatan. Well, Zlatan was a big name, right? Either way, he was a big name.
Yeah.
But they had
Cavani.
Cavani. They had a ton of different players. They had like what was it Thiago Mota with in the middle, right? They had who else was it? No, but this was a little bit before Berati. But they had like these players who were 35, 34, 33, who weren't really, who people were saying, oh, they're done,
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah, and they were doing amazing things, and they got further than they did. But I don't know.
I guess you're right. The threat looked
looked
bigger.
Yeah, for sure. People would play that PSG and they'd be like holy shit, like these guys are,
Yeah.
But now, especially this the last game I saw, they played Marseille. Yes, they won 2-0, but the game was not convincing at all. I would literally even say that Marseille threw that game because they had plenty of opportunities and
scandalous.
No, but I don't know. I just it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we got from PSG and Barcelona. We both agree PSG moves on.
I would say PSG on paper, right?
On paper,
should win, but I'm gonna go scandalous, and I'm gonna say Barcelona's gonna win.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Let us know who's going to pass through and why, if you'd like. So comment, like, subscribe, and subscribe if you'd like, and even share.
Yeah, and give us feedback too. If you want to talk about a certain topic, give us some spice. You know what I mean? Give us some spicy topics. I want to be the bad guy here. All right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening.
All right.